Hey everyone, and welcome to a new Redbubble video. When I've been researching videos on Redbubble tips and tricks and stuff online, what I don't see is someone going through their earnings very often. So that's the kind of stuff I want to see. So I thought I would be completely transparent and show you my earnings since I started to now, and hopefully give you a few tricks and tips along the way. So I'm just going to refresh my page so you know that I am showing you my actual Redbubble store dashboard. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go straight into my earnings summary. So quick overview, I started uploading to Redbubble back in August. My first sale was from a family member, and nothing really was happening at all. I was really excited for December because I almost broke £10. January was going up as well. February pretty much the same, and then March just came out of nowhere. We continued to rise in April, came back down a little bit in May, and now we're evening out a little bit in June. So what happened between February and March? I go through this in a little bit more detail in my last Redbubble video if you want to give it a watch. But there was a couple of things that helped with this change. So the back end of February, early March, I started really investing a lot of time into researching, seeing what kind of things people wanted that weren't being met, trying to meet some kind of demand, and just being a little bit more savvy with what I was designing as opposed to just putting up stuff that I liked. As well as that, I had a trending shirt design that just took off, and it was selling really strongly in March. April, May, it started teetering off a bit, and June, I probably got 2 sales from that shirt. So really a lot of this rise in numbers was directly related to this particular shirt. But what I also noticed was stuff that I'd had on Redbubble for ages was finally starting to sell, which was really exciting. So June, I'm taking that as my kind of base level right now. Nothing is really trending. I've got designs that are selling, and this is pretty much true to form where I am at the moment, if we take out these numbers from this one trending design I had. So a good thing to keep an eye on is what is actually selling. So if we go to your latest sales and download your CSV, you'll get a spreadsheet with every single sale you've ever done on here. And it's good to just have a glance every so often to see what's selling. Now, one thing I will note is for the most part, 95% of the time, I design explicitly for t-shirts. I'll amend that design slightly in different ways so that it fits better to, say, an iPhone case or a duvet or stuff like that. But for the most part, when I'm designing, I've got t-shirts in mind, and I will very nearly always have t-shirts and hoodies as my default image. So I sell a lot of t-shirts as a result, but I also sell stuff that I didn't really design that particular thing for. So if we take a quick look, we've got t-shirts, stickers, we've got an artboard print here, iPhone case, laptop skin, stickers, t-shirt, acrylic block, t-shirt, graphic t-shirt, nice change, sticker t-shirt, ooh, a mug, another mug, greeting cards, more stickers, more shirts, another iPhone case, another graphic shirt, a travel mug, I think that's my one and only travel mug, another iPhone case, my throw blanket. I got that sale on the 10th of June. I was pretty excited to see. More t-shirts, more stickers, phone case. Leggings. That was an odd one because that design was definitely not for leggings. But what I sometimes do with my leggings is I scale my design really big. So on the leggings, it's quite abstract, and sometimes it looks pretty cool. Other times I'll use a pattern, but not really, because a lot of my designs in pattern form, really small on leggings, just does not look good. So I guess they like the abstract kind of look on those leggings. And there we go. It'd be interesting to actually separate, you know, all the different things that I sell and find out proper numbers and stuff. But for the most part, it's good to just have a gander in there every so often. So just to give you more of an idea of the numbers, I have currently 166 designs live, and out of those, 44 of my designs have sold. Now, a lot of them have only sold once, but I would say I've probably got about 15 that sell pretty regularly. And out of those 15, probably 5 that are consistent sales. So it's a good base for me. And I know that as I scale up and as I add more designs, as long as I stay not particularly on trend, but make stuff that people actually want to buy, you know, can only get better at this point. So just my advice to you guys is just to keep adding good quality designs. Now, as well as doing that, you also want to keep an eye on your analytics, because there's no good adding loads of designs. When you look at your analytics, you see you're getting loads of visitors, but nobody's actually buying. Then you've got to kind of revisit and think, well, maybe my designs aren't that good. I'm getting the traffic, but I'm not getting the sales. And vice versa. If you're getting a little bit of traffic, but you're still getting a few sales, you're on the right track. You've just got to improve your keywording to get more traffic in, but you know that the small amounts of traffic you're getting, people are actually buying. So that's actually really, really positive. So let's have a look at traffic. So here we have at the bottom of your Redbubble dashboard, you'll have your traffic sources over here. And now a lot of people just give this a little look and won't really do anything else with that data, but it's actually quite interesting if you break it down. So what we have is Redbubble in the orange, we've got organic in the purple, direct in the red, and then the 2 purples are social media and other. So what do those actually mean? Well, this data is showing how people actually get to your designs. So if we start at the first one, Redbubble, to get an idea of what that actually means, have a look at this little information button up here. And if we look down at the Redbubble description, it says it represents visitors that land on your Redbubble shop or product listings from Redbubble generated activities, so marketing emails, paid advertising, and any searches conducted on the Redbubble website. So all of these orange sections are advertising that Redbubble is doing on your behalf with your designs externally, as well as people who find your designs through searching directly on Redbubble. So sometimes you might see a spike in this orange bit, and you can tell that that's Redbubble has been promoting your work externally, and you're getting a lot of people coming from outside sources to your shop. And it's good to pair your shop with analytics so you can break that down even further. So that's your Redbubble section. This next section is your organic. Now, organic is really, really interesting, because if we go back to our information here, your organic traffic represents visitors who land on your shop or product listing from any search engine. This means that the visitors clicked on a search result and not an ad. So this is where your descriptions really, really make a massive difference. So if you write good descriptions, Redbubble pay a lot for their SEO external to the site. So you'll get a lot of traffic coming in based on random searches people do on Google that get linked, and then they can click on that search result and they'll come directly to your store. It's not an advert, it's clicking on a search result. Okay, so direct traffic, if we go into our information again, is basically people reaching your page or one of your products from a bookmark or manually typing in a URL on a browser and reaching your store that way. It's worth mentioning that direct means every time you go onto your store as well. And again, if you've paired up with Google Analytics, you'll be able to split your visits to unique visitor visits as well. And then we've got social media and other. Now, social media, I don't do any advertising of my Redbubble shop externally. I think I've linked to a couple of individual designs at some point, but I don't do any of my own marketing. So if you do a lot of social media marketing, this will be a lot bigger for you. And then lastly, the other section is links on other websites, including traffic from your website, news sites, or forums. I have no idea who has my link, so how this is. But anyway, So have a look. Sometimes it's good to see, oh, I've had so many sales this month. Where my users come from, and see, maybe you spent loads more time doing your descriptions. Maybe you spent loads of time perfecting your tags, and you'll be able to have a representation of where these visitors have come from. So you know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. So I want to give you an example of how good SEO descriptions can get people to your shop from a Google search. So let's take a look. I'm going to open a new tab, and we're just going to search funny mechanic shirt. Okay, so these are sponsored results at the top, and we see the very first one is a Redbubble result. So if I click on that, and if we scroll down to the description over here, it's a very short one. Funny mechanic shirts, available in multiple colors. Perfect gift, blah, 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 blah. But that funny mechanic shirt is exactly what we searched in Google, and it's exactly what they have in their description. Now let's search funny mechanic shirts in Redbubble and see where this is listed. Remember, it was the very first results on Google. So let's have a look here. Funny mechanic shirt. Okay, so it's definitely not first. So I don't even see it on the first page on the Redbubble search results. So this is a good example of how a good description is good for your Google SEO and other browsers, and your tags are important for Redbubble itself. So always make sure, even if we go back, so whoever designed this didn't spend a lot of time making a description. Just a quick line of text. And if we go down to the tags, they're all pretty generic. So there's obviously been a lot of mechanic style shirts on Redbubble that have been selling a lot better. So this design's probably listed or ranked lower down on the search results within Redbubble. But it just shows you he spent a little bit more time doing his description, and it's the very first results on Google. So do it, guys. Write those descriptions. Even if you don't know how to describe your art, if it's like some kind of abstract design, just say exactly that. Abstract pattern with greens and purples, bright colors. Describe as if you're describing your art to someone who hasn't got it in front of them to look at it. Just a few lines, and that just ensures you that through SEO your designs will potentially be seen by a much larger audience outside of Redbubble. But then also pair it with really good tags within Redbubble as well, and you'll be set. So I hope that was helpful, guys. I just wanted to take you through my numbers, and they're not great. People are making a lot more than me, but then again, I'm positive because I have, like I say, only 166 designs. So I know that using the tools I've already implemented now, as soon as I scale up, I'll be seeing better results. And that's what you guys have got to do. Stop comparing yourself to these people who are making thousands and thousands and thousands, because it's because they have thousands and thousands and thousands of designs live. Unless they're all really bad designs, you're guaranteed to make some sales. You really are. You just have to put the work in. And as soon as you're in a position similar to mine where you're making regular sales, you're on the right track. Just keep doing it. Just keep scaling up. So I'll try and make this pretty regular. Maybe I'll make a similar video in a couple of months' time so we can see how my July and August went. And hopefully that inspires you guys to put some more work into your Redbubble stores and just start seeing some improvements. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you again soon, and you take care.